Well, welcome back. Another edition of Down and Back of CornDoug. This week, as you can see, we've got two Oktane pros. Supposed to have had a third, but he's still in transit, I guess. We've had a little computer malfunctions, but Haseeb hopefully will be joining us. But we've got Melissa and Mike, Oktane pros out of Florida now. Mike has been on the show before because he's transplanted Floridian now.
Yep. For 6 months now.
So we'll get into the Oktane stuff in a second. A couple things to get out of the way. Unfortunately, as some of you may have heard, we've had to cancel the Movember event here. So just because with us now going in the red tier, I guess, we can only have like 10 people to play. So that's kind of put a damper on that there. So Movember's been canceled. I know Dundas, they're now in the red. They're canceled till at least January. And then, but I know Wallaceburg, Essex, Niagara, they're all still going. And I know St. Thomas is just starting up. So they're all still in the UK for now. We're going to have to wait till at least January. So on to some bigger and better things. Melissa, Mike, you both had a great weekend last weekend in Florida.
Yep. Yeah, pretty nice. A lot of playing. Just as a heads up, Haseeb is on his laptop now, so he should be up soon.
So he might be it.
Yep. But yeah, it was the Southeast Conference. I played Friday and Saturday. I didn't play in the advanced blind draw, but I know there were still a good amount of teams. I know Melissa did in that one.
Sorry. Okay. Well, no, I know I had Rob Chismark on last week, and he kind of gave all of you guys just, that you all had a shot. And if anyone watched the live feeds, you all did have a shot. Because I know, Melissa, watching that, the women's doubles, and I even said it to Rob when he said it, I'm like, all those names are like a national event that you guys will be playing in. So you're playing in the top tier, and you got a fourth out of it.
Welcome to Florida women, the strongest in the nation. So we're always hitting the top tier women every conference.
Yeah, so you had that. So you played that, and then you also. How did you do in the singles? I know you played that. I believe that was Saturday.
Yep, singles. I placed 9th in my bracket. Had some very good wins against some strong players in the beginning. And then just kind of lost a little bit of focus and on my game with Matt Sorrells, which that happens.
Well, you see the women are tough. Like even the men's division, or singles, and the men's doubles, and that is just, it's scary for me. I kind of compare it to Cleveland, because you go to Cleveland and you can rhyme off a whole bunch of names there, or even the Virginias is just, I'm kind of glad I get to play up here sometimes, because there's a little more chance of me to win, unlike when I go down to the States. So
no, you guys still have some good competition up there. I remember even playing Jamie at the regional I went up to. He put up a game, and I know he beat PJ up there, taking second place in that regional, and he was throwing really well.
We just tell him you took it easy on him. That's all we tell him.
Now you got to give him some credit there. Come on.
He's a show sponsor, so we have to kind of give it to him a bit.
That's fair.
So Mike, we kind of know your background because you've been on the show in the past. So Melissa, your background of playing and where you got started.
Yep, I started here in St. Pete, Florida, for the most part. I mean, I played some backyard before then. Started in the social division, was absolutely hot garbage, and just got tired of being beat all the time and just kept playing till I got better.
So getting better, I guess this could be a question for both of you guys, because I know that now that we've got the garage here, I'm actually able to practice almost 3 hours a night if I get the chance, because my wife likes that I'm now out of the house more. And we've kind of did some things downstairs here where we've now put up, at least, Mike, you've seen me throw CornDougs all the time, but I've now have they put up like a 7-foot scaffolding for me where I have to throw over that 7 feet to be able to know that I can get on the board, and now my game has progressed because of that. But what would be some of the stuff you guys do to practice? I know, well, for Melissa, I know you just play blind draws almost every night of the week. But
Sure.
any other practice stuff that you guys do?
Absolutely. I saw some virtual tournaments during quarantine where they were doing patterns on the board with an extra set of bags. I'm not a fan of the virtual, but I did play in the backyard using those patterns. A lot of ghost games, things like that. Just, we weren't able to go out and play tournaments, so had to do something to keep it going.
And for me, I would say, blind draws are nice, but sometimes it's nice just to bring over a few people, play in the backyard or wherever you can. And we would always play some games. You get to choose the other person's bag, so you don't get too comfortable with just one. You kind of learn how to adapt and play, and it's just a completely different mindset when you don't have control over what you're going to be playing with.
Yeah, that's, and now talking about playing with you now, well, Mike, you've been throwing the Oktanes now. It's going to be your second year. Melissa, you're new. So what's your go-to bag with Oktane?
Kinetics. Love the Kinetics. Also a big fan of the Apexes for higher wind conditions, very fast boards, turbos for the opposite. We play in all kinds of conditions down here. It's almost always outdoor cornhole, wind, rain. So you got to be prepared, and you got to have an arsenal with you.
And Mike, I know you're an Apex guy.
Yep. 100%.
You and me both, but I have last night I got to throw the Kinetics for the first time. And as you can see, we've got a black set here and the pink set here, but I got to throw them for the first time last night, and I have to say it made me a better player for putting it in the hole because it was just so hole friendly.
Yeah, we actually made the switch in doubles. Once we got to the broadcast board, it was so sticky. We actually went to the Kinetics, and they were perfect. They're not so fast where you can't control it, but the slick side can push through anything too. So it's all around a very, very solid bag. I
know. I was kind of hoping Haseeb would be in here because I have to say it got pretty loud downstairs here when we were watching on the big screen for his seniors final where, apologies to former guest Frank Modlin, but he kind of put it to the game changers in that seniors final with the Kinetics.
Yeah, he didn't miss.
No.
Tex actually was the one who beat him and put him in the losers bracket. And you could tell he flipped the switch, and that was not going to happen again. He was making sure that was not going to happen again. And,
now, Melissa. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say he off the screen after our doubles loss, the first one, he went off to the side, grabbed his Kinetics, and proceeded to throw 16 straight airmails and hit every single one. So I know he's a big fan of them.
So, Melissa, I know I've seen on Facebook that you've had a couple questions about when the Kinetics will be available.
I just have people asking me all the time. They want their hands on those bags. Any tournament I go to, anybody that wants to throw them, they're more than welcome to test them out. Had a lot of people saying, hey, where can I get them? When can I get them? So just trying to keep them at bay for a little bit.
Well, I will say, you guys don't know about this here. As of right now, Friday morning, you can pre-order Kinetics on the Oktane website until Sunday at 11 p.m. Matt's taking pre-orders, and he'll be sending them out on or before December 1st. So, like I said, I've got a pink set here. I got a black set. He's got the yellow ready. He's got some greens and everyone's favorite white bags. He's got the white Kinetics as well. So they can go on the Oktane website, use any one of your codes, and they can pre-order up until Sunday night at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Well, 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I was on Facebook's. Everyone's asking what the next bag is going to be, the next bag craze. I definitely think this could be it. I seen Colby Ursi up in Georgia. He's been really pushing with the Kinetics, and I know he just did some raffles. So I know if you're on the lookout for those two, he does a little side raffle for some Kinetics.
So, but yeah, like I said here, anyone watching, they can now order their own kinetics. You don't have to watch you guys throw them or try and hope to be able to borrow yours. They can order their own set on the Oktane website, and they're still actually cost effective. They're still lower than most of the other bags, which is great. But they can pick up their own sets until 11 p.m. on Sunday night.
Very true. Matt's very generous with his pricing. I see the prices of bags going up every day, it seems like, and now people are paying $60, $80, $100 a bag for a set of bags, and
waiting months.
Months too. Yeah, I know Matt now has pretty much everything in stock 1 to 2 days right now for shipping. So these bags are 100% good to go. They feel broken into me right out of the box too, and that's the great part. No need to really boil or wash them.
I'll grab one of the darker colors. Sure, even this kinetic. I grabbed all these here off the shelf downstairs, and it's when you hold on to them, they're already. I don't know if you can see it, but they're ready to go right off the bat here, and I'm down there watching him. I don't know what he's doing with the material, whatever, but it's coming straight off the cut, sewed up, filled, and they're just ready to go.
Yeah, I think that was the first time Haseeb used his kinetics when he won the seniors. So I asked him, I was like, "Are you really throwing new bags?" He's like, "Yeah, they're working perfectly today." I'm like, "Okay, that's impressive."
Well, I've even had it where I've been throwing down here, and all of a sudden Matt will walk around the corner with a set of boosted bags and say, here's a new set, try these out. And it's like, okay, and then I'm throwing even better than the other set I had, right? So it's I guess that's one of the perks for me is I'm able to I don't know if it's product test, because who needs a guy that's throwing 26 feet all the time to product test, but it's hey, it's fun.
I've been loving it. I love getting the bags a little early. It builds a lot of hype. When you see one person where, "Oh, I can't get that bag. Where'd you get it?" It really builds a lot of anticipation.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of extra media that we've been getting with the Oktane stuff lately, because it's just there's more people posting about it. And I seen a guy Thursday here that there was someone else was doing another set of bags, and he said, "Well, actually try the Oktane ones because they're hole friendly and they're ready to go." So we're at least getting that. The Air Force getting that little kind of push, and you guys throwing, seeing your picture almost every week, both you, Melissa, and Haseeb. I think he's throwing up 2 or 3 win pictures a night, but that kind of helps their brand as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun. I love partnering with you guys. It's been a great time. Matt, he's very responsive. Always good to talk to.
And I think the other thing is the bags hold up as well. Like 100%. I've only seen about maybe 1 or 2 bags actually come back. That something's happened. And
the first set of Apex he ever sent me, I still have them and I still use them. They're very broken in, let me tell you that, but still good to go.
Yeah, and it's that's the one thing with Matt was always been quality. I've been able to see him grow from our first tournament making his own bags like 5 years ago now, and to now, and it's just the quality just keeps going up and up each time, and the customer service. I think even probably responding to you guys if you guys needed anything. He's always like right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't usually wait more than 5 minutes.
No. Well, sometimes he makes me wait more than that there because it's just a dumb question usually, but yeah. So with that, I know we're going to go a little longer with Haseeb, but Mike, what's your biggest difference you've seen going from the New England area down to Florida to play?
Couple things. First off, it's a whole new style of playing down here. I remember The first tournament I played down here, I drew Kyle Malone for a blind draw. And we got third. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. The level of competition is so high down here. And just the conditions. Down here, it's extremely sticky, at least in the summer when I came down and started playing. It was so sticky. I couldn't use I was using, I think, the clutch at the time, and those things were sticking like crazy. And I had to throw my nitros, and just to get a little bit of slide out of it, it is so sticky.
Yeah, so like I guess most of you said you've always been in the Florida area.
As far as cornhole goes, yes.
Well, yeah, because we know you are a vet, and so we talked about that on the show with Rob last week. So you've got to play kind of everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just backyard before moving here to Florida. I've never seen anywhere where, I mean, I can literally play a tournament every single night of the week, within an hour's drive, sometimes multiple in one day. So, I mean, this is where it began.
Yeah, no, I think I'd even seen Rob Chismark at one point pull over the side of the road, and there was like a tournament going on at a gas station. I think he had said. So it's, it is that, and the closest I've been able to get to playing down in Florida is when I've been in North Carolina. But yeah, just the amount of competition from up here going down there is, we're the ones that kind of, well, I used to be able to be good here, but now you go down there and it's like the eyes get wide open, because we've talked to people here that are good here. They go down there thinking they're going to be the same, and it's like, no, you're starting off down the bottom.
It was an eye opener the first time I went to an ACL event. It was most definitely an eye opener for sure. I think I went 1-2 the first time. Since then, you get more comfortable, and as you progress and practice, it definitely gets better.
Yeah, it's my first event. I think I was probably 0-6 before I got a sniff and a win, and I still have to apologize to Robbie Graham every time I see him for not putting one on the board, because it was my first time using Reynolds bags, and after using just slide rights, and all of a sudden it was just like, oh, this isn't going to be fun. So, and I'm seeing we might have Haseeb here. I'm not sure. He's looks like he still might be having technical stuff, but yeah, it's it's fun. And so, I guess Melissa, I'm trying to think here now. I think, was it Mike that introduced you to the Oktane bags?
Absolutely. Had no idea what they were till I saw him playing with them one night, and I said, "Hey, can I throw these a couple times?" He said, "Absolutely." And then, kind of every tournament since then, I'll be like, "Hey, are you using those bags?" No, okay. Can I play with them? And then that's kind of how it started.
Well, I think Mike. I think it's almost the way everyone starts with like, what are they? Let me try them, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, they're hooked.
Yeah, I had a couple guys at the conference who tried to buy my my Apexes off of me right there, and I was like, I kind of need them for the tournament, but it was great. I saw Boardmen had a table at the conference, and they were selling turbos and boosted, I think nitros too. But it was nice to see the bags out there and more people recognizing them.
And yeah, that was a tough thing with COVID, with the way Cleveland went down, because we were all set. We were all down there, and we were set to go. And Matt I think he had about 3 boxes of bags that we had brought down with us, and I think that would have been Oktane's coming out party at that event, because we were, I'm not sure, Mike, if you were there, if you and PJ were going.
I flew in the night before. I was there. I was ready.
Yeah, we found out it was canceled when we were about half an hour outside of Cleveland, and it's like, do we turn around and go home, or do we just stay the night and come back and come home the next morning? And either way, it's still got us 2 weeks in quarantine.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was looking forward to seeing you guys there. I was talking about it with Matt and a few of the other guys, and hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, that you guys are able to make it to one of them.
Yeah, we're hoping. I guess we're all waiting for that vaccine to come out to be able to cross the border, and then even have you guys come up here and play some stuff. Now that we've got the garage down behind me here, that's it's actually something to see, because Jamie calls it the mullet. Sometimes we call it the garage. Jamie calls it, because it's Matt's business up front, and Jamie just parties out back. But yeah, because you've seen Mike, you've seen the way Jamie's place was before we moved into here, and a lot of people don't believe us, but Melissa, if you think of a 1-bedroom apartment that's just cornhole boards.
Oh God.
There's nothing else.
Bag wall.
Just and he had a bag wall. So now he's just boards completely out in behind me down below. But it's, we've got a nice setup here. I know that you guys have some fun. We can even, Matt said we can even all stay out here too, which I'm not sure how much fun that would be. But
I mean, if we're playing all the time, it doesn't matter, right?
And that happens a lot. This turns into almost like an ACL event where we're playing till like 3 a.m. sometimes. And but what is better than being able to play cornhole till 3 a.m?
Exactly. You got a good in over there.
Yeah, and thankfully Matt has given me a key, so I can come anytime now.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So I know, Melissa, I know you have to get going here because cornhole doesn't stop in Florida.
Does not.
You've got another blind draw picture to take, I'm guessing.
Sure do.
Yep. But, I'll probably see you there, Melissa.
Okay, so we're gonna have 2 pictures coming from that blind draw tank that we'll be seeing. I'll be able to share here on Friday morning.
Yeah, I think we just get partnered up and we go undefeated and just walk through.
That sounds good to me. We can already pick our bag right now.
Exactly. So I want to thank you guys for coming on. Unfortunately, Haseeb couldn't make it. I've seen he just dropped off my screen here now, but we'll definitely be doing this again when you guys get another. Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Hey
Haseeb!
guys.
Look who it is. So maybe we can give it a couple more minutes. Or
I'm sorry, man.
Yep.
This phone was saying cannot allow access to the broadcast and all these things, and the laptop couldn't accept it either. So
I think, Haseeb, I kind of said it before that, maybe Frank Maudlin had something to do with it, with the way you treated the game changers in that seniors final.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? Sorry,
Not too bad.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about your seniors final now with you here, because Matt did kind of give a bit of a rundown of it, but we, like I told them, we were all cheering pretty loud downstairs.
Thanks.
When you were in that final.
Yeah. I played Tex. He's a great player. I've known him for many years, and he usually killed me with airmail, but now I'm doing it to him now. Most of the guys. So, and it's been 4 times now. I'm senior champion for the Southeast in Florida. So,
well, we're glad that you're now in the Oktane stable, I guess you could say, to kind of give us that little bit. And I was kind of joking with Matt with the way that you did play, that we got to see you play in that final. I was like, I think Haseeb needs to have his own full throttle Oktane bags. With the way that you did that.
Yes, that's for sure.
So I'll give you the news that Melissa and Mike already know here, and I announced literally in the show, is that all of what we'll call them your fans can now pre-order their own Oktane Kinetic bags on the Oktane website using they can use your code, Haseeb's code, Melissa, Mike, Colby's got a code. I know Anderson, and then PJ as well. But people can get their own Oktane bags Kinetic bags until Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Great.
So I don't know if Melissa, Mike, if you guys have to go, we can you can drop out here. We can kind of keep the Haseeb on. It's up to you guys.
I can stay for a couple more minutes.
You got some minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Haseeb, how? I know with Mike we were talking with Tex and you playing Tex. How did he take seeing the kinetic bags, the new bag in town?
Well, he didn't really. He picked it up and gave it to me, but he didn't mention anything about the bags. But a lot of people ask me about the bags and stuff like that. And there's some players, pro players, cannot throw those bags. It's like they cannot play fast, slick bags. They're usually sticky bags. So people ask me about the other bags, and it's great.
Well, yeah, and I think, Mike, like we talked about you being the apex guy. I'm thinking that the humidity down in Florida might help you with throwing that faster bag, that it might stick a bit more.
It has. Haseeb was actually the one who convinced me to switch over to the kinetics in the doubles, and it was most definitely a good call on that.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of your doubles, you guys had a great run going through it and actually made it to the final. I guess you could say you kind of ran into a couple of guys who maybe they are good players.
Well, I think Mike know what was the problem, because I told him, Mike, the boards are sticky, and Mike is a sticky kind of guy. So the bags, when he started throwing the bags, it's kind of it give us a little problem, So because I was doing the slick side and he's sticky, so.
And it was great because once we switched to the kinetics, we had Cheyenne and Ashton Spies, Cheyenne Renner and Ashton Spies. And once we got those kinetics, it was 21-0. So that was nice.
and they're great players. They're really, really tough players,
Oh, and then like I said, in the final, you ran into a couple of guys. I don't know. One guy with the last name Woot and the other guy with the last name Sorrells, who, like I said, I guess you can call them kind of good, okay players.
Oh, they're top players. I think they're better than me, I'll say.
Better than me.
Well,
Sorrells, the last time, a couple of weeks ago, I beat him 21-0 in Orlando here at one of the regional. And Noah was saying, man, Haseeb does ear me, like, you're killing me. And that's how I beat him. But respect to those guys, they're great players.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I kind of kid around with them being, kind of okay players, but
yeah.
We just got to get them to our Oktanes, and they'll become even better players, I think.
Right, right.
Yeah. So let's see. We know some about Melissa now, and we've known about Mike from before. How did you get your start playing cornhole?
Well, my son used to work with Susan Finley. And maybe 10, 11 years ago, he came and said, Pop, you want to go play cornhole? I never heard of the name before. I said, what's cornhole? And he said, he didn't know. So he looked it up, and I saw 27 feet. I said, wow, that's far, because I usually played beanbag every now and again. And he said, okay, you want to go play it? And we used to go at their yard. It's about 10 minutes from me in the countryside. And we went on a Friday night, and I look at the people, the way their style, when the way they were throwing the bags. It's the same way we play a game back home in Guyana called washers. It's the same format. You throw it to the side with a metal washer. So, and I won my first. I went there, and I was the first time I won. I won. And I've been winning.
I was gonna say you've been taking your picture ever since.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Because it's I kind of open my Facebook each morning. And it's like, oh, there's like 3 pictures of Haseeb that won like 3 different tournaments.
Yeah.
Last night, which is it's great because when I with you guys with being pros, and I know Mike's not here, so I've had to be able to interact with him. Is that, and I'm gonna guess that Melissa, you and Haseeb are the same. Is that when you go to tournaments, but as pros, you guys are always helping other people get better.
Of course.
Right? Like we've got a couple. I'll just say a couple of people up here that are just all they see is dollar signs. They don't see about growing the game or helping other players out. It's like, as long as I can beat you 21-0, I'm happy and I'm good. But it's just, I think the way that we're going to grow the game is by people helping other players, new players come in and learn.
Exactly. Like Colby, many years ago in Georgia, he was a sticky kind of guy. And I said, Colby, you gotta play both sides of the bag, man. And he started it, and now he's calling me coach. You know, so many people I say, I don't care if you beat me, I want you to be a better player, you know? So
I think with Haseeb saying that, Mike, you might be playing the slick side of the Apex here pretty soon.
Yeah. We actually played our first. I remember the first time we played was the regional at Barry's. We threw the nitros, and let me tell you, that was definitely interesting throwing those for a whole tournament. But we got the win, which was nice.
Well, I haven't found with the kinetics because like Mike, like I said, I'm the same as you. I need my sticky side. And in the kinetics last night, I did a couple deck rounds, and it took me like almost double the time because I kept having to walk him back to my phone because halfway to the other side, to the other board, my bag would just fall in on its own. And I'm like, okay, with just how loose and hole friendly they are. So I was like, okay, it's making me a better player, but I'm walking twice the distance to keep changing my score.
Hey, that's always good.
Well, when you have a 38 average, and then you're able to get up to like a 60. Hey, I'm going to take that all the time. I'll do the extra steps.
Oh yeah, I played last night, and I threw a bag, and it rimmed around the hole and stayed out on the top, and it apparently was still moving. It slid all the way back down and in. I was like, okay, these are a little fast. So,
well, the kinetics when we were waiting on Ashton, I was doing airmail, and I did 15 out of 16 airmails. One of the guys said, "Man, that was a great show you put on there." You know, so it's right now I'm just crazy with the airmail. You know, you block me, it's like I'm gonna hit it like 70%. I'll hit it. You know, so.
Well, then if you're doing that, I'm going to hope the borders open up so I can get you up here because I'm putting about 15 to 16 off the board usually. So
yeah, great.
Yeah,
Mike, you've seen me play.
No. Listen, you're better than what you're saying. Come on.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But it's, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. It's kind of making me a better player because I can actually talk about it more than I have to actually show people how I play.
But I really look forward to having a nice group trip up there. It'd be nice to get a lot of the Oktane players, and hopefully the guys from up north can also join. I know Bob Sperry and PJ, I hope they'd be able to come too. That'd be great.
Well, and I think if you guys do come up here, Mike, we'll have to get Melissa and Haseeb to Chuck's for a meal after playing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Yeah, it's you can have the 20-ounce steak up here that they have at Chuck's for like $20.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's
I love Canada, man. I love Canada. We usually come down there many when in New York. We used to drive down many summers. You know, I have a lot of relatives and friends over there.
Well, then we'll have to for sure get you up playing here again.
Sure.
So with that, we're up in the half hour here. So I want to thank the three of you. And Haseeb, we're gonna have to get you back on again to talk some more. But hopefully everyone goes out and gets their kinetic bags. Like I said, Matt's got all the colors downstairs. The whole cabinet's full, and I think he's still making more for those pre-orders to come out on start shipping December 1st, on or about December 1st, and to be able to get you throwing Oktane kinetics by Christmas.
Sounds good.
That's awesome.
So and just I guess right before we leave, because it's always the last thing we do here. Any other sponsors? I know because we got your Oktane is your big one, but any other sponsors you guys want to give a shout out to?
King's
Well,
Throwing,
I
then.
think all of us can give a special shout out to King's Throwing and Queen's Throwing.
Yes,
That's
King's
for all
Throwing,
three of
Theo.
them. I'd like to shout out East Coast Beach Baggers. They're in Ormond Beach, Daytona area, run a fantastic tournament, fantastic regionals, and Tampa Bay Cornhole.
Yep.
Same here, same here.
Yep.
We'll
Ryan
call
and Josh,
We'll call it Cornhole crew.
100%.
Okay, so again, I want to thank you guys for coming on here, talking some Oktane bags, and for everyone else, please give a like to the show, give a subscribe to help us out here, share it as much as you can, and because I'm just having fun here doing this here, and so again, thank you to Melissa, Mike, and Haseeb, and everyone. Just keep throwing bags because we know what these three are, because you might, I don't know if Haseeb's going to be going over to your the blind draw with you guys tonight to maybe get a third picture, but yeah, just keep having fun, keep throwing, and throw those kinetics and be like Haseeb and just put it in the hole. So with that, thank everyone for watching, and next week I got no idea what I'm going to be doing next week for a show, but I think I have a couple of things to have some fun. So hopefully you all get your orders in for your new kinetic bags. And don't forget, it's still the turbo month here in November where Matt's trying to get a bunch of the turbos out. So again, just keep having fun throwing bags, and hopefully all this COVID stuff will be done in no time, and we can start back playing regular without a mask and not being like Halloween all the time.
Hopefully, yeah.
With that, see everyone next week.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Doug. Thanks a lot. Thank you.